we were over there. They knew we were over. Hey guys, we are live.
Hi.
Uncle Jed. Why are you confused, Uncle Jed?
Oh,
What? But maybe were you not in the other live? Maybe. We had a live before this. Maybe that's what you're talking about. I don't know. But hey, nice of you to be here. And we got Kate McCoy in the house. Mesera. We got the mods. Mesera, Stacy, Don, or wait, Tennessee. Hey, Don Break. Where is the past? Oh, wait, you were in the last. What do you the? Oh, I'm not even trying to explain it. Galester. Hey, where's your 14 asterisks, buddy? Now, huh? You chased him away.
wait, where's Gailey? I want to see her name right now.
It's right there. Oh, thanks for joining, Glamis Girl.
Glamis Girl.
She's in the. Welcome to the family. She is officially a joiner. Or remember.
Official.
Instead of joiner, yeah. Hey, Ashley Bryant. Live after live. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Nate Folk in the house. Rebecca Lucas, KC. All right, guys. Hey, Cindy Hobbs. Australia. Hey, from Australia.
How are you guys doing in Australia?
Easily distracted. Yes. How's Australia doing? What time is it there? Hey, Shine On. How's the weather there too? So many questions.
Yeah,
for Australia.
Let us know.
Southern Minnesota. Hey, Betty Smith. So soul for music. I'm just going by the stuff you sent because I did go over on what's her name? The one when I did cover a little bit of the Morphew, and I would watch the Sharp, Lauren Sharp. Oh, my God, why am I like drawing a blank? Sharp or something, right?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, so she had a lot of the stuff, but then I noticed you had like some other reporter posting it, so I'm gonna go with yours. Hopefully the same stuff, right? Some of it was Lauren I saw, but you have somebody else too, so I'm sure it's same difference, right? I'm gonna go with what you sent me, and then maybe we can go over to her page because she has, you can go right over and see if there's anything other stuff interesting on that she picked up. All right.
Yeah.
Lauren Sharf. Yes. Did I say Lauren? Did I say that wrong?
I think you said Lauren.
Okay. Hey, Cherry Bethel, what's up? noon, sun is shining, glorious Sunday.
Okay.
Future. I love that we're in the future. I mean, you're in the future. It's just so weird. It's Sunday. It's the future. So it is shining. We're gonna have a shiny day. Well, Australia.
Australia's on another hemisphere.
I know.
They're not even in summer right now, right? You guys aren't in summer. Are you in like winter? Let us know.
This was now. I see. It's all good, Sandra McKeon. So I have to be honest, I didn't really read through these yet.
So we'll find out at the same time.
Yes. I mean, I know kind of a gist because I've heard things like people like, oh, did you hear this about the whatever? But I know a little bit, but no, I haven't actually read through all of them.
Piscean Princess.
Piscean Princess. Thank you. Welcome. Yeah. Got another map.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Piscean Princess in the house.
Oh my God. Did I echo or no, I'm just
I always do that because of what you said last night.
No, that's awesome. Aussie True Crime. We got some Sherry Ann from God. Welcome. I want to renew update with a new card. I see. Oh wait. See, I'm clicking on it. It went up too fast. I see. Nice. Thank you. You are awesome. All right. So let's hey Delaney. It's winter in South Africa. Thanks, Linda.
Yeah, I'd like to be in winter right now. Please. Thank you. Christmas.
Yes, red like wine. That's just the general thing that I do know is about that affair that she had, but I don't know all the other details if there's anything else that came about. So we'll see. I know, like, so I have on the thumbnail like all of their high school pictures, and like, but I think he's nicer looking in high school than Barry. Look how like Barry just looks kind of like odd, and his, I mean, just kind of looks weird in a way. Um,
But we hate Barry, that's why. But if you saw Barry on the street, you'd be like, that's a good looking guy.
No, I'm talking about his high school. I was saying he just looks,
Oh,
but the look at back in that time period, maybe he just looked kind of goofy, like in his
yeah.
high school picture. That's what I was talking about, high school.
Yeah. True that.
And
True
compared to like if you took the guy she had an affair with and Barry back in high school,
that.
like I feel like the guy she had an affair with is like not as goofy looking. He is
He was
like I was
hotter.
like, oh, he's a little better looking. But then now Barry probably is. So I don't know.
Look at how things work out. Well, I mean, if they were normal, like,
Yeah,
it's like that movie. What was that movie where they go back to high school and every like handsome guy is really like they're all losers. Anyways, whatever. I'm off subject.
I feel like there's a lot of them that maybe are like that, but I don't know.
Yeah,
No, you're all right. So let's see. Let's start it off with like a summary. There's this article that somebody sent me, and then we'll go through some of the things, maybe, or I don't know. Like, do you think that's the best idea? Maybe like a little summary, and then, or
Yeah.
I don't know, because what if it's like the same stuff? Because I don't know what is in the updates. I think it is. Wait a minute. So I don't know. It might this article kind of gives a good summary. This might actually be easier to follow than. Well, I just don't want to repeat it. If I go through that and then I say it and it's all the same stuff is what I'm saying. So what do you think?
I think you should do it, and if you repeat it, then we'll say you're repeating it.
Well, it might be a lot of the same stuff, but no, it's good to know it, I guess. Okay, so to read the article first, is that what you're saying, you think?
I feel, but you can.
No, I mean that's what normally I would do to give a good summary and then get into the specifics. But okay, so let's do this. Hot tub time machine. Yeah. 13 going on 30. Is that what you were talking about, Bella?
No, it's that one with the two girls. The one from Friends, Lisa Kudrow.
Oh, you're talking about the high school reunion one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's a good one.
It's like, anyway, okay.
So everyone, it's like, now I know what you're talking about. But that there's a couple of those type of movies that are like that, I feel like, because I'm thinking of another one that's kind of like that too, the high school reunion. Okay, so all right, here. I wonder if I should share this screen as I'm reading. Let's see. Hold on a second. There's not really any pictures.
Dana Maria, Romy and Michelle.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of too, Romy and Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the one. Is that the one you were talking? Oh, it is the one you were talking about. Why was I thinking that was two separate ones? Wait. Yes, you're right. Oh my god.
We need to have a pajama party and watch that.
I like it. It's a funny one. All right. Okay, so let's just share the screen and then we'll go through all the little text from and then I have like a video. Lauren Scharf, I have a couple of her videos. I kind of wanted to maybe go through little bits and pieces where she's talking from day 1 and day 2 of her experience. So we don't have to watch all of it, but we can watch a little bit of it, Of
the prelim,
so of what?
Of the prelim, her being there. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Barry Morphew preliminary hearing. Investigator confirms Suzanne was having a 2-year affair. Suzanne Morphew was having a 2-year affair leading up to her 2020 disappearance and alleged murder at the hands of her husband. An investigator said in Monday's preliminary hearing, a commander with the Chaffee. I always say this wrong. Oh gosh, wait, Chaffee, or how do you say that? Because I can never get it right. I'm tempted to just say Chaffee, but I remember people were like, "That's wrong." So I'm sorry.
Chaffee, but
it's something I don't know. But when I used to say that, people would say I was saying it wrong. But so forgive me. But I'm going to say Chaffee because it's what I.
Who was
to me?
We had someone that always corrected our stuff that we said. Where is he?
Yes, Scout, right?
Was it Scout
or Scooter or whatever?
Yeah, where are you? We need you. But yes, I say Chaffee. People can correct us.
Because I think the other one's Chafee. But I want to say Chaffee.
Okay, so Ashley Bryant said it's Chafee. So she's probably right.
All right.
Thanks,
well, gosh.
Ashley.
If I accidentally say Chaffee, that's what just comes to my mind. But Chafee. Okay, I knew it. But thanks. Because I do want to say how the locals say it, because I don't know. Anyway, a commander with the Chaffee County Sheriff's Office said Suzanne had purchased a spy pen because she suspected her husband, Barry Morphew, of having an affair. It ended up catching a conversation with a man she had been seeing before her disappearance in May 2020. Barry was arrested May 5th in Chaffee County and on multiple charges, including first-degree murder, almost a year after Suzanne was first reported missing. Also charged with tampering with physical evidence, attempting to influence a public servant, tampering with a deceased human body, and possession of a dangerous weapon. In a separate case, he was also charged with forgery after he allegedly submitted a mail ballot in Suzanne's name in last year's election. Suzanne went missing on May 10th, 2020 from the Maysville area in Chaffee County. Her disappearance sparked many researchers in the following months, including more than 135 search warrants executed by investigators. They also interviewed more than 400 people in different states and looked into more than 1,400 tips during the course of the investigation. Make this a little bit bigger. Hold on one second. Chaffee County Sheriff John Spezzi. That's another one I always said wrong. How would you say that? Because I know I'm not. I always don't know how to say Spez or Spezzi or Speezy or Spez. What would you say? I don't know.
Wouldn't it be like the Italian way to say spezze?
Spezze. Is it Spezze?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm just going to say Spezze. Spezze said in early May that authorities do not believe Suzanne is alive and are not searching for any other suspects. At Monday's preliminary hearing in Chaffee County, Barry was joined by his attorneys Drew Nielsen and Iris Eaton. His mother, his and Suzanne's two daughters, and Suzanne's friends from her time in Salida were also present. District attorneys Jeff Lindsay, Linda Stanley, and Mark Hulbert make up the prosecution. ABC News helped provide some of the details below from Monday's hearing. So the first witness called was Chaffee County Sheriff's Office Commander Alexander Walker. When questioned by 11th Judicial District Attorney Linda Stanley, he said that Suzanne was reported missing on May 10th, 2020 at 5:38 p.m. Walker said he was unable to reach Barry. When Walker contacted one of the daughters, she told him she had not received a response after sending her mother a Happy Mother's Day text. Chaffee County Deputy Brown first spoke with Barry that day at 7:10 p.m. That day, authorities discovered Suzanne's bike at County Road 225 and Highway 50. It was found on the south side of 225. There was no damage to the bicycle, Walker said, and no skid marks or blood on the road. Body camera video from the discovery was played in court, and the deputies can be heard yelling Suzanne's name as they walk through rough terrain at dusk. Her bike was laying sideways on a very steep hill when they found it, surrounded by thick aspen and fir trees. There was not a visible trail in the immediate area. When authorities reached the Morphew home that day, Miles Harvey, a boyfriend of one of Morphew's daughters, was walking out of the garage. He told deputies that the Morphew daughters were not at the home, and he had searched for Suzanne there but came up empty. Harvey said that he had never gone up the trail where her bike was found because it was a crazy climb with a large elevation gain. In a separate body camera video, a deputy asked Harvey if Suzanne and Barry had problems, and he said that they had some in the past but it called it normal husband and wife type stuff. Another body camera video shows deputies speaking with Barry, who is emotional and describing how Suzanne bikes every day. He said he left for work at 5 a.m. and when she was still sleeping. He was also heard asking deputies if they'd seen any cats in the area, possibly referring to mountain lions. And the deputy says not recently. Walker said the last activity on Suzanne's phone was from 4:23 a.m. on May 10th, 2020. Her phone pinged from a cell tower in Poncha Springs, which is about 10 miles east of Maysville. The prosecution then showed a selfie. Wait, where did it ping? Okay, so at 4:23 a.m. on May 10th, from a cell tower in Poncha Springs, which is about 10 miles east of Maysville. Okay. The prosecution then showed a selfie that Suzanne took sometime before the morning of her disappearance. In the photo, she was wearing her turquoise helmet, which was found at almost like a mile or 0.84 miles from her bike after her disappearance. Okay. So Walker said that the helmet had normal wear and tear, but no damage. When Walker talked with Barry the following day, May 11th, Barry said that the couple had just had a great day and evening on May 9th. He called Suzanne his angel since they were 17 years old and said they love each other to death. Weird thing to say, now. He called their relationship very good. They had been together 32 years. Barry's defense attorney, Drew Nielsen, cross-examined Walker. Walker confirmed that arrest affidavit for Barry is 129 pages long and took weeks to put together. He said they started writing the document on May 11th, 2020.
Ooh.
Nielsen, oh, did you say something, Bella?
No, I just said, woo. I'm doing your sound effects.
Thank you. Nelson said Barry left for work early on May 10th when his wife was still asleep. He later texted her to wish her a happy Mother's Day, and while he didn't get a response, Nielsen said this was not unusual as cell service at the home was poor. Barry became a little more concerned when his daughters said they also hadn't heard from Suzanne. Barry told authorities there's not a more special, wonderful person in the world. He said that they did have spats about him working too much, and he wanted her off a certain medication she was taking, but it wasn't like they didn't make up, Nelson said. Barry did not protest when his house became a crime scene and his truck was picked up. He mentioned to deputies that Suzanne had been cleaning because the daughter's friend was visiting, and Suzanne had changed the bed sheets for the friend. Nielsen asked if Suzanne's blood was found anywhere in the home, including the bedroom with the changed sheets. Walker said no. Nielsen asked if it was found at any time in the investigation, and Walker said no. Interesting. We all wonder that. Mm-hmm. Nielsen said that there was no evidence found to suggest Barry had returned to the house after he left on the morning of May 10th, with the exception of going back in with officers to point out Suzanne's clothing. For 10 days, he wasn't allowed back in as investigators searched the home. Walker said the investigation was the largest coordinated law enforcement effort he has been a part of, with thousands and thousands of hours of work put in and involving about 70 law enforcement officers. In July 2020, the CBI detectives began working again in and around the Morphew home. The search was extensive with numerous items seized and hundreds of photos taken, Nielsen said. Blood was found on a tampon, but nowhere else in the home. Nielsen said with all this work, the drones, canines, aircraft, scuba divers, ground penetrating radars, and more, the body or remains of Suzanne have not been found. Walker confirmed that Suzanne got a spy pen because she suspected Barry Morphew was having an affair. He said there was no evidence of that. But when asked, he confirmed Suzanne had been having a 2-year affair with a man named Jeff Liebler, I don't know, as investigators found out via the spy pen. So that's crazy if that's true, that she got the spy pen to catch him and it really caught her. I don't know. Authorities didn't learn about this affair until November 2020, 6 months after Suzanne went missing. There were hundreds of hours of phone calls, WhatsApp messages, and other communication. The two met up at least 6 times in New Orleans, Michigan, Texas, and Indiana, and she didn't tell anybody about him, Walker confirmed. Liebler did not voluntarily come forward to help find Suzanne, Walker said. Law enforcement first spoke with him on November 13th, 2020. It's not yet clear what was discussed in that conversation. After a 30-minute recess, Nielsen returned to cross-examine Walker. Nielsen read a section of Barry's arrest affidavit on the prosecution theory, which included data from Barry's Ford 350 truck. The affidavit reads as read by Nielsen. From 2:47 p.m., May 9th, until 5:37 a.m., May 10th, he took steps to dispose of evidence of Suzanne's disappearance until death. So wait. So from 2:47 until 5:30. So they think, okay. So, wow. May 10th, he took steps to dispose of evidence. Okay. There was some talk about the accuracy of this data in the courtroom. Then he moved on to some DVR cords that were missing from the home surveillance system, which was not operating on May 9th. Barry said he never touched the system. When the cords were found and DNA tested, Barry and his $2 were... Whoa, that was scary. No, you're fine. Barry and his 2 daughters were excluded, and there was strong support for the inclusion of Suzanne. Nielsen also brought up DNA found in Suzanne's Range Rover, which was a male profile, but did not match Barry's. It came back with a partial profile matching 3 men who were involved in a sexual assault, according to the combined DNA index system. Huh. No other details were provided on these 3 men. What?
But they were in the
That's
system.
weird. I know, that's weird. Huh. In a brief redirect, DA Stanley asked Walker if Barry ever called 911, reported his wife missing to authorities, or helped in any law enforcement-led searches. Walker answered no to each question. Stanley also asked Walker if he had questioned Barry during their May 11th interview about where he kept his guns. Walker said Barry told him they were in a safe, but Walker found a gun in a closet and a shotgun against a wall in the home. At the end of his testimony, Stanley asked Walker to confirm Barry claimed he left his home from Broomfield at 5 a.m. on May 10th. Walker said this was true. Stanley also confirmed through him that the data in Barry's truck showed door activity at 3:26 a.m. So that would be weird if he didn't leave till 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
The defense was denied a recross. The second witness of the preliminary hearing, Kenneth Harris, was brought to the stand around 11:30 a.m. Monday. So this was, who was it? Second hearing, Kenneth Harris. Okay. He is one of 2 FBI special agents on the case and specializes in behavior analysis. He was questioned by District Attorney Jeff Lindsay. Harris said in some conversations picked up by Suzanne's spy pen, you could hear her and Barry arguing about money.
Mm-hmm.
She was heard accusing him of telling her what she can do and what she can wear. Another recording picked up a 5-hour conversation with Jeff Liebler, the man Suzanne was having an affair with, Harris said. It was at this point that the investigators realized there was an affair involved, he said. The prosecution then brought up screenshots of texts between Suzanne and her friend of 30 years, Sheila Oliver. In the texts, Suzanne said her cancer had returned in May 2018 and her health was declining. She worried her marriage was only worsening it. Oliver responded, saying the toll of the couple's fights was concerning. Oliver also said while Barry might have called May 9th a perfect night, she knew the couple hadn't had a perfect night in a year and a half, Harris said.
Bomb drop.
What's that?
Bomb drop.
Court took a recess at noon for lunch. After the recess, Special Agent Harris and DA Lindsay restarted the questioning. Harris said Barry would bring up their 2 daughters when he and Suzanne were arguing, and then blame Suzanne. She lost respect for him when he did this, Harris said. One of their daughters who saw the fighting even said that a divorce would solve their problems, he said. He said at one point Barry put a gun to his head and asked, "Is this what you want?" He had also pinned her to the bed before. She said she'd call police. Suzanne wanted to leave the marriage in 2019 and 2020, but also wanted to wait until their youngest daughter was out of the house, Harris said. Meanwhile, Barry was worried about how others perceived their marriage and always wanted to come out looking good, Harris said. Text messages between Oliver, Suzanne's good friend, and Suzanne show that Suzanne was confiding in her friend about the failing marriage. At one point, she said she hoped Barry would find somebody else and leave. As Harris described Suzanne's conversations with her daughters about these topics, the young women held each other in court, one sobbing. Okay, so with her daughter, okay, so they were in court. Oh, man, I just wonder how they're feeling like about their dad, if they feel like he did it or what they're thinking. Anyway, by February 2020, Suzanne and Oliver are talking almost every day, and the subject of leaving Barry is a frequent topic. Harris said Suzanne was racked with guilt and wanted forgiveness from God. In text, she said she wondered what the young me was thinking. Her relationship with her daughters was the center of her world, Harris said. Harris then explained how Suzanne came to know Liebler. The two had gone to high school in Indiana and and hooked up during the summer of 1989 at a house party. Barry was not at the party. 20 years later, they hooked up again, Harris said. The relationship started platonic, talking about books, movies, Suzanne's cancer, but by February 2019, the two met up in New Orleans and fooled around in a hotel. Harris said they did not have sex. They met up a few other times in 2019 as well, he said. They started communicating via WhatsApp and LinkedIn when Barry became suspicious. After Suzanne's disappearance, and once authorities tracked down Liebler to talk, he said Suzanne's marriage was not good. Wait. Okay. The couple argued a lot, he said, and she repeatedly said she wanted to leave. However, she also said she couldn't divorce Barry for biblical reasons. Upon discovering she may have been abducted, Liebler deleted his accounts because he said it negatively affected Suzanne's daughters. It would negatively affect Suzanne's daughters, Harris said. Defense attorney Iris Eaton then led a cross-examination of Special Agent Harris. She started by noting that Harris was doing a lot of interpretation of the text between Suzanne and Oliver. Harris said that interpretation is from what Oliver said they meant. Eaton said Suzanne seemed to keep lots of secrets, noting that the affair was not a short-term fling. When Eaton said it lasted 2 years, Harris corrected the statement, saying it was actually a year and a half. The first witness on Monday, a commander with the Chaffee County Sheriff's Office, said the affair spanned 2 years, so it's not clear which is correct. Suzanne did not tell her sister or best friends about Liebler, Eaton said. Mm-hmm. Barry claimed not to know about the affair when investigators told him, Harris said. He said he thought she may have been having an emotional affair, but not a physical one. After a brief afternoon break, Eaton continued cross-examining Special Agent Harris. Eaton said Oliver got a spy pen, which looks like an everyday black pen, and gave it to Suzanne when they were both in Florida. Officials found multiple audio files on the pen, which activates when it hears a voice, Eaton said. 11 files were deleted, 2 of which were recovered, and 11 were saved. Some of the messages between Suzanne and Liebler were shown in court, such as, "Your heart, that's what I crave. I love you. Wait, I love how you love me. I love how you think. And you're the sweetest thing I've ever known." Mm-hmm. Note, there was a brief technical complication at this point. Denver 7 will work to fill the gaps of what happened in this time frame. The two traveled around the country twice in 2019, Eaton said. They met up again in February 2020. They were calling each other the loves of their lives, Eaton said. They talked about moving to Ecuador, where Suzanne would teach language, Eaton said. On May 8th, 2020, Liebler messaged Suzanne saying, "You need to be my wife," and complimented her biking gear. The following morning, May 9th, she texted him saying, "We need to be husband and wife." Can you imagine if Barry saw this stuff, motive?
But imagine Barry now sitting in his little jail cell thinking, if he really did think it was only an emotional affair, like thinking about all this and stewing on it, and bleh, bleh. He's going crazy. I hope it's eating him alive.
Yeah, me too. Liebler said the affair made him nervous and he didn't want to lose his job or his family. He said he didn't want Suzanne's legacy to be that she had an affair with that guy. Oh, here or something. Okay. Just before 5 p.m., the hearing ended for the day. Barry's preliminary hearing resumes at 9 a.m. Tuesday. Okay, so that's the article, and then there's we'll go through the other stuff. But so interesting so far. So that's crazy if she buys the pen to catch him, but it really caught her, right? Isn't that kind of like, but I mean, it's kind of good because it gives a motive, right? For Barry. So
well, it's good because it'll probably bring out another aspect. So it's not just Barry's voice that says, "Oh, our marriage was amazing," and it will at least show that no, she craved attention from somebody and was getting that whatever was missing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Lieber hopefully is talking. I mean, I'm sure they've interviewed him, but
interviewed. Wait, say that again.
Jeff, like they've interviewed him and found out what he has to say. But also, I wonder which two of the files were the ones she deleted that they recovered.
I know. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, man, wonder what yeah, I would
It
like
was
to know.
probably it was probably the lever stuff. Like it was probably the Jeff,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and they were able to recover two of them, so that's good.
Yeah, that is good. Diana, right in the house. We were just looking for you on the other
Woo-hoo.
one, on our other live that we did before this. Hey, Advocate, what is up? What is up? Nice. I'm glad you're here. It's starting to get like a little late, like a little delirious, maybe because we already did 2 hours. You think that's what's going on? I don't know.
Is it happening already?
Well,
Usually,
no, no, not too much, but I'm starting to feel a little bit like just, I don't know.
it usually will happen. You guys, it happened last night. If you missed it, go watch it to have some belly laughs,
Last
or
night was,
I don't know, roll your eyes or whatever you guys want to do. But yeah,
yeah.
it happened.
Mystic Firefly. She have. I know. Yeah, that's true. But see,
Mm.
my question is, she said she couldn't divorce because of biblical reasons. Then what was she planning on doing? Because they're talking about like, so what? I don't get it then.
That's
Oh,
probably
because then
why
she
she
did say that after her daughter left the
leaves.
house and grew up, then she would. But then they added that in. So I'm confused about that a little bit. And
Well, I think she like wishes. That's why she's like, I wish Barry would go find somebody and just have an affair and leave me because that would give her an out, right? He would be doing it.
oh, he would. I see. Okay.
I think it's a hard place to be as some. Maybe she was more. You know how there's like the empath and the narcissist, and I'm not saying this is that relationship, but that classic relationship of someone who's an empath and someone who's a narcissist, and the empath, they're like this codependency. Anyways, yeah. I mean, maybe it was like that, like a classic relationship like that, where she wanted to leave but felt guilt, and he made her feel guilty, and
Yeah. No, definitely could see that. Um,
Alma.
good point. Good point. Okay, so what else? Where are we at? Uncle Jim, where's his pepper? Yeah, I don't. Hmm. Okay, so let me look at some of those other posts that the reporters were that Soul for Music sent me. Okay, hold on one second.
Yes.
Where did I put that? I started a file for it for tonight. Where you at? Where you at? So these came up like, and I was just looking up Jeff Believers. I don't know if it came from like somebody did a video or who actually found these the yearbook thing, but it just came up when you were looking up the guy. So it came up like their here their yearbook pictures. Well, I guess I have it in the thumbnail anyway, but it's kind of hold on.
Let's see it. Yeah, because it's sometimes hard to see the thumbnail because the video will play.
Yeah, now I'm gonna do it. Hold on one second.
Yay, yay, yay. How's everybody doing?
What am I doing?
I know,
Oh, here we
Gailey.
go.
Where's your asterisk, 14 asterisk friend?
I know. That's what I'm saying. Where's your new buddy at? Okay, so
Christina Baker.
oh, Christina Baker, what is up? Long time no see. That sounded weird, but all right. So Caligal Life, it was surprising and was willing to risk having an affair. Yeah, that is kind of. Hey, Daniel. Okay. So let's look at these pictures. I'll zoom in. So this is Suzanne right there.
Oh, wow. Very 80s.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I maybe know anybody else. I mean, how would I know? I guess, but maybe.
I really like that last name, Money Hun.
Where do you see it?
Stacy Money Hun.
Oh, Money. Wow, that's some last name.
Wonder where she is today.
Yeah. Huh.
Call us, please, Stacy.
Call. And this is her Jeff, the one that she had an affair with. Oh shoot, that's him right here.
Okay. Very Rick Springfield.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Like the 80s.
And then let's look at little goofball. Oh wait, hold on a second. I had. Where's Barry's? Wait a
Maybe.
minute. Where did it go?
Is that him in the middle up there?
No. Well, hold on. I don't know. No, this is another one of Jeff's. I don't know if I have it. I thought maybe I didn't save that one, but it just pointed them out. Somebody had already did that. I don't know who did it, but it just came up. So that's him. I mean, not Barry, Jeff, but I can't really see.
He was probably one of the cool kids because he's like next to that guy with his mouth open.
Wait, what? Hold on. What does that mean?
Look at the guy that's in front of him.
Yeah, but so that means he's cool because the guy
they're singing. Well, yeah, because you're like next to your friends. And you're in the back because you're trying to be really cool. And not be seen, but be seen. Is that hair on you again?
It's itching, but it's not as bad as it got last night. So let's just not talk about it right now.
Okay.
Okay, so here's those messages. So I don't even know if they're actually, hopefully they're in a good order from how I hope. All right, so let's see. So let's see if, and hopefully I have Barry somewhere in this file, but. So I'm not sure the Shelley Bradbury, but it says, I'm up in Salida. How would you say that? Salida or Salida? It's Salida, right?
Salida.
Okay, good. So Chafee, Salida. So I'm up in Salida today for the preliminary hearing for Barry Morphew, accused of killing his wife, Suzanne Morphew. She went missing in May 2020. Her body was not been found. I'll thread some updates here. So this is what I'm saying. It might be some repetitive stuff, but let's just see. Chaffer County. Schaefer County, but it's wait, let me zoom in because it was a misspelling, so I was just making a joke.
Everyone mistakes Chafee.
Chafee County Sheriff Commander Alex Walker is on the stand now, starting at the very beginning of the case when Suzanne was reported missing. They're playing body camera footage of the moment investigators found an abandoned mountain bike in a ravine. Mm-hmm. The bike was found in a rugged terrain at a base of a short but steep hill. Because it's good to hear other people's perceptions and how they describe it, right? Mm-hmm. Because it's her word. So anyway, let's see. The video, it was a steep hill. The bike was found in a rugged terrain at the base of a short but steep hill. The video shows there was no blood on it. The front brake was stuck shut when they found it. Mm. The last activity on Suzanne's cell phone was at 4:23 a.m. on May 10th, 2020. Walker testifies it connected to the Poncha Springs Tower. So, okay, so for May 10th is that day that she was supposedly missing the next day or that day? Like that, I'm trying to figure this out. Oh, that would be the next day. So is this when they suspect something happened out like at 4:23? Because I didn't follow this case like as deep as I did. Like I don't know all the ins and outs like I do some of the cases like Watts and Vallow and
Tell us.
Somebody you don't either, Bella? Okay.
Mm-hmm. It was Mother's Day. I thought that she
it was Mother's Day. So but what okay, so this 4:23 ping. Is this like where the suspected something happened? Her last ping? Like where is, you know what I'm saying? Is that what like your guys everybody thinks that's really been following it? That it was around that time on May 10th or what?
It has to be when you do some kind of activity on your phone, whether you're checking your messages or you're making a phone call or you turn your phone on when it pings, right? So it could be that's when she was woken up in her house or when she was woke up to go out that day.
So you think this is from
her house?
Her house. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay, so so then that's not telling us much. Okay. But 4:23 a.m., that is kind of an odd hour, right? So did he wake her up? Did something happen, do you think, at that time?
Wanderlust says 4:23 a.m., but Barry said that he kissed her by at 5 a.m.
Oh, that still could kind of go along with that, I guess, then, huh?
Yeah, but it's a last ping, and she didn't take her phone. I don't know. I mean, maybe she didn't check her phone very often. If you're going, but we know what happened. We all know Barry.
No, yeah, but they said that door opening. Were they referring to a car door or the house door at 3 something? When he said he didn't leave till 5, right? So what was that house the door. Remember, she'll probably go over it. They said the door activity or whatever was at like 3:20 or something, but he said he left at 5 something, 5:30 or something. Hey, Ninja RG9. So what was he doing? Up 2 hours before. I mean, I guess it's a possibility, but you get up, you have to go work at like 5, and you're going to get up at 3 a couple hours early to just like I don't know. That seems kind of odd. It doesn't really match. Do you think? Or am I like reading too much into it?
No, I don't think it matches. I don't think you're reading too much into it at all. But yeah, I mean, and this is a prelim, right? And this is from the first day still.
This one is, yeah.
Yep, Alma tossed it and the helmet.
Let's hope they find it, like that they have enough that they think that it could stand trial. You know what I'm saying? Let's just pray, because there's no blood. Now we see there was no blood, there's no body, there's nothing that was found. Hopefully they have enough like circumstantial type evidence, right? Okay, why isn't this? Oh, that's the last one for that one. Okay.
Megan Sanders is saying that it's his truck door.
Okay, then that's more okay. Then that is like, okay, so why is he getting in his truck? I mean, does it take a couple hours to load it? I mean, no, like something's not right with that story then. All right, so now we got the FBI agent is now on the stand. Russell Haythorne says FBI agent Ken Harris testifies that Barry Morphew and his wife had argued shortly before Suzanne's disappearance about money, in particular inheritance Suzanne had received that was used to buy the house, and that Barry invested in business. Whoa, okay, it's a little bit more details than that article, so that's good. So inheritance Suzanne had received that was used to buy the house, and that Barry invested in business. Wow, not looking good, Bearster. No, I don't even want to call him Bearster.
Yeah, because that's too much.
Oh, it's like monster though, Bearster. No, yeah. So yeah, that might fit. No, I don't know. Being silly, but yeah. What do you think?
I don't know. I liked it, and then when you said no, then I thought of Jerry Garcia, and I was like, yeah, don't call him Bearster. And so then
think of Jerry Garcia.
Well, because of the bear, and then
no, I know. I'm just saying now I can't call him. I didn't think.
Yeah, now you can't call him that.
But I don't know. I kind of like it for the Bearster monster connection. Maybe I don't know. Let's just go and
we'll figure one out. Chat can help us.
Who?
Chat.
Oh yeah. Is there a nickname that you guys all call him anyway? The people that's been like really following this good. Maybe they have a name. I don't know. I know Chris. Like remember the one guy that he named Chris. He was like Chrissy Poo. What was his name? Yes. He was so funny. He was one of the first people I watched on Lots. It was Mommy and him. I watched True Crime Loser. He's like Chrissy Poo. He's the one that started calling him Chrissy Poo. He's funny. I really liked him. I wonder what he's up to. I haven't watched him in a while. I'm sure he's still doing his thing. Anyway, okay.
Look, so they're calling him Chipmunk Slayer, says Wanderlust. Mystic Firefly says Bowel Movement. All right. Scare Bear, Ashley Bright says. It's a crime. Tamara S says calls him Barry Bear.
Barry Bear? I don't know.
Yeah.
Too many Barry Bears, too much. I'm going to pass on that one.
But that's like a cutesy kind of name, like you thought that.
No, I know it's too cute. I like Bearster is at least a little bit similar to Monster, but that's a little too cute for me to call him. That's fine that you guys do. I want something else though. Barry Bobcat. I don't know. So far, I'm liking Bearster the most.
Well, you might have to just go with it.
Yeah.
Then everyone can call him Bearster.
Wait, I don't get the Chimster one, huh?
I think it might be because he was killing chipmunks.
Oh, he was?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Wasn't it him that was shooting chipmunks, guys?
14 asterisks is here.
14 asterisks.
You made it. Gaily Gill was missing you.
14 asterisks. Did you condense your name to 13 asterisks for us tonight?
Oh, to mess us up. Scare Bear.
Good.
Shorten it Scary Berry, Scare Bear. And that's like too much like Care Bear though, but Scare Bear, yeah, it could be. Well, we'll just got Bear. Bear Stir, Scare Bear.
I can't believe how many chipmunks. Chipmunks are
Wait,
so
how do you know? Wait, how
cute.
do we know this about chipmunks? I'm so confused.
It might
Why?
be from the prelim because he said, but I don't know how I know it. I don't even know how I know it. But yeah.
Well, we'll see if it is because I never heard anything about chipmunks. We got Chad Daybell with the raccoons, him with the chipmunks.
Yeah, and it's chipmunks are so precious and cute, and how could you?
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Alma, I meant to say hi. I'm not sure if I got to say hi to you yet. Oh, it's in the hearing. Okay, thanks, small town. We'll get to that. Thank you.
Okay.
I bet Barry would wax all his body.
Wait, what?
Would wax all his body. It's funny. Wow. All right. All right, let's get back to this. So we got Lauren here. Sure you did, Tiff. LOL. Wait, sure I did what? Hold on. What did I just say? No.
Probably said hi to her.
Oh, thanks. Okay. Maybe I did. Okay, so we got Lauren, lunch break. Court will be in recess until 1:30. Okay, Agent Harris is now looking over exhibits 313, which are screenshots of text messages between Sheila and Suzanne. The text messages are on the screen. September 1, need your prayers for peace today. Been a tough day. Suzanne texts to Sheila. Later on, Suzanne wrote relationships. He pulled Macy in again and left. My heart hurts for her. Wait, what? Who pulled Macy in again and left? I don't know. Agent Harris said, according to Sheila Oliver, Barry would try to get the girls on his side and pit the girls against Suzanne. Now Agent Harris is speaking about Suzanne's best friend, Sheila Oliver. She lives in Indiana and has been friends. Is this going backwards? Up? Is that? They asked Sheila. Hold on. I don't know if I'm reading these backwards then. No.
Because that says 42. Oh, no. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, judge denies defense attorney Drew Nielsen the opportunity to recross Detective Alex Walser. Nielsen clearly frustrated. So FBI agent is now on the stand. FBI agent Ken Harris testifies that Barry Morphew and his wife had argued shortly before Suzanne's disappearance about money and... Wait, we just read that. Am I going... Hold on a second.
I think that's somebody else's.
Oh, because this was one. That should have been...
That's Russell. You were reading
Now it's
Lauren.
going back again. Wow. So these are kind of out of order. I'm sorry, guys. So, why do I keep turning my ankle a certain way? And it's like, it's making this weird... It did that twice. Okay. So anyway, Lauren Scharf, now Agent Harris, is speaking about, Suzanne's best friend, Sheila Oliver. She lives in Indiana and has been friends for over 30 years. They asked Sheila what the state of the Morphews' marriage was like. Sheila was contacted by Mallory a few days after Suzanne went missing. When the investigator heard from Barry that the night before she went missing, that they had a perfect night, Sheila told investigators that Suzanne and Barry hadn't had a perfect night in over a year and a half. No, that's okay. Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So more body camera footage shows Barry Morphew arriving at the scene where the bicycle was found at around 10:45 p.m., May 10th. He asked if there was a crash. The deputy said it didn't look like that. Morphew answered, a lion, maybe? A lion, maybe? Morphew told investigators he last saw Suzanne the morning of May 10th around 5 a.m. He said she was sleeping when he left to do a job in Broomfield that day, Walker says. Morphew said that they had a good, great, wonderful evening. Morphew also said his worst fear would be if someone picked Suzanne up while she was biking and suggested investigators check a local RV park, which he said was a suspicious spot. Morphew just appeared emotional when his attorney recounted how he described Suzanne as his angel and a wonderful, special person. He dabbed his eyes with a tissue.
Wonder if there's real tears. Because his back's probably turned towards her.
Yeah, probably. Wish we could see a video, but... Detective confirms it took investigators 6 months to identify a man named Jeff, who Suzanne Morphew was having an affair with, Defense argues investigators protected man named Jeff.
Wow.
Jeff Liebler never voluntarily came forward after Suzanne's disappearance to help with the case. During short break, Barry Morphew turns to his mom and daughter sitting in courtroom and whispers, "I miss you guys," then tears up. Prosecution asked detectives if Barry Morphew ever called 911 about wife's disappearance. Detective says no. Prosecutors also ask if he ever reported Suzanne missing. Detective, no. Detective says Morphew had several guns, including a shotgun they found leaning against the wall.
But Jeff's married.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that might be why he didn't come forward, because it's going to start like a whole.
That's what he said. He said, first of all, it's going to make, he didn't want that to be known as the girl that, you know what I'm saying? That Suzanne to be like, oh, the girl that had an affair with that guy, and just to be her memory because of everything that happened. So I understand that.
Yeah.
Oh, why does it keep popping up? Okay. So Lauren says another recording, 5 hours long, of Suzanne speaking with Jeff Liebler, trip to Michigan on a business trip. This was important because FBI needed to find out who this Jeff guy was. He lives in Michigan. FBI agent Harris is now being asked about the spy pen. One recording is of Barry Morphew driving, and the truck radio is heard speaking on the news clips. Forensic files like criminal cases. This is February or March of 2020. A recording of someone going missing while bike riding. What?
Mm-hmm.
That's freaking weird. Oh my God. This kind of gives me chills in a way. Wow. So he plans this scene, you know, maybe he got
And the
this
spy
idea.
pen just happens to be there to pick it up.
It's crazy because she probably planned it in his car because she was trying to catch him. Yeah, that makes sense. Trying to catch him cheating and stuff. So, wow, yeah. That's where he got the idea, probably, right? I'm sure, somehow, subconsciously, if anything. Anyway, one recording that starts in the truck, Suzanne was arguing with Barry about money. Suzanne is also angry about what she can and cannot wear. This is according to Agent Harris. Second witness on stand, Kenneth Harris, is a special agent with the FBI. He has worked with the FBI for 12 years. On cross-examination, Walker says investigators did not find any of Suzanne's blood anywhere in the family's home. Walker testifies on cross that more than 10 law enforcement agencies and 70 law enforcement officers have been involved in the investigation into Suzanne's disappearance. He put thousands of hours into the case, he says. Suzanne's bike helmet, a teal one that she always wore when mountain biking, was found about 0.84 miles away from where her bike was found a few days after Suzanne went missing. Walker testifies. The helmet showed no signs of damage or blood. Investigators received over 1,400 tips and it carried out 134 search warrants as they investigated Suzanne's disappearance. Her body has not been found. Detective testifies Suzanne Morphew was taking antidepressants before her disappearance. Also, detective says none of Suzanne's blood ever found in house or anywhere in entire investigation since her disappearance. Her body has never been found.
It really upsets me how there's like such a stigma with people taking antidepressants. Like there's so many people on antidepressants. It's like taking aspirin or ibuprofen. I mean, it isn't, obviously, but it should be so normalized, but it's still like, well, she was on antidepressants. Doesn't that mean she's at least trying to get better? You know, like there's been so much time of my life where I spent not getting better. And then I found anti-anxiety pills and it helps me live a better life. Like it would really suck if someone crucified me for that or held it up in some kind of weird light. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just,
oh yeah,
I don't know, just kind of bugs me.
Definitely a good point. Oh, that's interesting, Uncle Jed. It says no blood because dark gun then buried. Huh.
Hmm.
Wow, that's not cool though. Think about that. Oh, wow. That's like, oh, okay. Wouldn't that be like buried alive? Like a dark gun? Oh, I mean, we definitely think. I mean, I think all of us kind of probably think the same that he put her somewhere, like because he has an equipment somewhere, like maybe some kind of cement or some of his one of his sites, like somewhere very hard to find because he has the means to be able to do that. But
Mhm.
you would think they would be able to trace like everywhere he went somehow, but I guess not. I don't know. There's some people that think like he cut her up in like little, I don't know, but then that would
Yeah.
almost increase the chance of finding something, you would think, but maybe not because there'd be more spots, but then it's smaller. I don't know. It's just they
People think
yeah.
he basically cremated her and put her ashes places. So,
Oh yeah, the cremated, that would be, yeah, then they're never gonna find it if that's the case. You're right. Yeah.
but they said that there's a way to test, like if they know like an area, they can test samples to see if it's like human ash or animal
Yeah,
ash,
what if
like
it's just like blown every, I mean,
floating.
like it's all from everywhere, ocean, water, blown every. I mean, who knows? Like, no, not
Yeah.
ocean, but you know what I'm saying? Like, how are you gonna find that? He probably didn't put it all in one spot if he did cremate, if he had the means to cremate like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
One thing is he's really confident. Like, yeah, come search my house, search my truck. Like
Yeah,
so overly confident.
yeah.
My
Um.
darling Suzanne. Isn't that what he said? What did he say?
Oh yeah. What do you say? Like, oh Suzanne.
Oh, Suzanne.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
All right. So, defense search for Suzanne Morphew has included drones, excavations, scuba dives, search of water pipe, search of a mine. At least 70 law enforcement agents and body has still never been found. Despite 1,400 tips and 100 plus search warrants, Suzanne's body, including trace evidence like blood, has never been found. Barry Morphew allowed law enforcement to access to house for 10 days after Suzanne's disappearance without objection. The defense, Suzanne had purchased a spy pen camera that she was using to try to catch her husband in an affair. Instead, law enforcement says spy pen evidence revealed Suzanne's affair.
I still think it's a good thing though.
No, it is. You're right, because it's, yeah, I do. I think there's a lot of good points for that. Definitely a motive. It shows the marriage. He was lying about the marriage. I mean, so yeah,
Yeah.
I do. I agree. But it's just weird that she got it and it ends up catching hers instead of his. But if he was even having one, I don't know. Was he? I don't know. I don't think. I think it was just more. He was jealous of hers. Maybe I don't know. But anyway, judge denied recross examination for Nicholson. She was visibly upset. Walker is being cross examined now by DA Stanley. She is asking about Morphew's guns. He had a safe in the garage, and not all of the guns were inside, like Barry said. A gun was found in the closet near the garage door, a shotgun up against the wall in the garage. Now, speaking about Suzanne's Range Rover, DNA was found on the glove box and sent for testing. DNA was from an unknown man. It was not Barry Morphew DNA. A hit was made of the DNA with someone with 3 essays.
Mhm.
Um, but Nielsen didn't elaborate on who that individual was or why she brought this up in court. I'd like to know more about that. That's really interesting to me for some reason.
Mhm.
Like, what? Unless if it was like planted, if Barry planted some like guy that had a background to plant like some DNA to, you know what I'm saying, to frame somebody. I don't know.
I mean, he
Possibility.
is diabolical like that. I wouldn't put anything past him.
Me neither. All right. So Suzanne had a 2-year extramarital affair before she disappeared, Walker says on cross examination. She also owned a spy pen, which she talked with a friend about and said she got it because she was afraid Barry was having an affair. It was voice activated. But if she was so afraid, wasn't she wishing he would meet somebody because she was
Mhm.
finding somebody? So why was she? Oh, so she could like, so she didn't have to stay with him. She could be like, "Yep,
Mhm.
we're having an affair," and like, sorry, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
she could catch him. So it was an excuse for, yeah. So she could, yeah, I see.
Her guilty conscience. Yeah. She felt like, I
Um,
think, yeah. Anyway.
New DNA found in Suzanne's car on the glove box did not match Barry's, but did give a partial match to 3 other people. Walker testifies on cross. Each of those 3 people had been connected to SA cases.
So weird.
Noise.
Is it a dog snoring?
No. It's in my house. Suzanne Morphew frequently communicated with her lover and met up with him at least 6 times in different cities across the U.S. Walker testified on cross examination.
Haha, Barry, you just got that info. Or not.
But I think he was aware more than maybe. Don't you think
Yeah.
he was aware of it? I think that's why he was probably, I don't know.
I don't know. Like, she didn't even tell her friends about this guy. Like, that's how secretive she was with it. Maybe she was just really good at hiding it.
Mm. Investigator Barry Morphew said he had a great day night with his wife, Suzanne, the night before she was reported missing. Morphew says he texted and tried calling his wife on Mother's Day 2020, but never got a response. Morphew says he was in Metro Denver working that day. Investigator Alex Walker compiled information and wrote 130-page affidavit that led to arrest of Barry Morphew. Walker says he started compiling data on day 1 of Suzanne's disappearance. The affidavit remains sealed, and much of what led to the arrest remains a mystery. Wait, okay. Huh. So defense argues Barry Morphew did everything a concerned husband would have done on the day she went missing. Texted his wife, called his daughter, asked neighbors to check on wife, didn't protest house or truck being searched, wanted to know what plan was for search. Okay, so Carol McKinnon. Okay, so now some doubt being raised by Morphew's attorneys about an alternate suspect. There you go. DNA on the glove box of Suzanne's Range Rover. Because, any doubt, you know what I'm saying? I think he planted it. I really do. But anyway, DNA on the glove box of Suzanne's Range Rover came back with partial profile, which matched 3 male profiles on CODIS prison database. Who were involved with SA? Barry Morphew's DNA excluded. Final point from DA Linda Stanley. Activity from Barry Morphew's truck door shows it opened at around 3:26 a.m. on 5/10 and opened again at 8:10. So where did it open at 8:10 then? Does it show? He told investigators he left the house that morning around 5. Okay, so that's not possible because did it open at 5 or he just kept it open from 3 to 5? You know what I'm saying?
He just drove around with it open.
Walker steps down. FBI agent Ken Harris up next.
Wow. What kind of card does he have that says when the door opened and times it? That's just bizarre. Is that not? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I hope my car doesn't ever tell on me.
Why? What do you plan on doing there, buddy?
Oh no, I mean, like,
I know it seems like an invasion of like privacy when you're just like, oh, yeah, like all this privacy stuff, but then it's like, well, what are you really doing? But then
well,
you can see, but no, I'm not saying to you, but like I've like went back and forth in my head, like, well, no, but then who cares? I'm not, and you just kind of like, well, I should be mad. It's my privacy, and you just kind of go back and forth with that whole thing with how there's like cameras everywhere and stuff like that, and like microphones like on your phone turn on and you don't even know, and cameras turn on. You know what I'm saying? So have you ever thought about that though? You go back and forth where you get mad and then you're like, well.
No, I'm always upset by it, but then I go buy a bed that tells me when I'm sleeping and awake. You know what I mean? So it's like for my convenience, I've been, I don't know what not to, you know what I'm saying. I don't know the adjective right now. It's getting late. So I want to show your shirt merch. And then Mez is Mez still here? Only if Mez is still here.
Wait,
Um,
Am I
because
wait,
because my company's gonna be here
Oh,
anyway.
okay. So you want to do something? You said. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, I just want to. I don't know how this is gonna look, but
Hold on a second. Let me go.
because I don't know when. Hi guys. This is. Sorry, I'm still like trying to learn this.
And we got the
Look at this Z King. Look
merch.
at this Z King Justice.
Ziggy.
Isn't it cute? So that's the
Aww.
Seeking Justice. And then, um, so it, is Mez here or not? So this is, Mez makes these tumblers. Sorry guys, I'm still not used to, isn't this cute?
Mez.
OMG.
Put your if Mez is here, put your website or link up if you guys. I still have to do that giveaway. I haven't forgotten. I got to pick those giveaways for the members, and I'm going to do a giveaway for that. But I'm giving people time. So new members, go to the community post and fill out the. There's 2 links to fill out the giveaway on there. So I'll probably pick it within a week, right? But yeah, so and also that. So we're gonna
Yeah.
do a giveaway. We haven't did the forms for that giveaway. It doesn't have to be that, but it could be. You
No,
literally
it's
need
going
to
to
pick
be
what
your
it.
logo, and you
Yeah,
could
that's
pick
true.
whatever color. And
Yeah.
see, like mine has glitter, so you could get glitter if you don't have to get glitter. But yeah, but these are. I mean, you're not going to have succulents on yours, but you can order this from
Well, you
us.
could order it, but yeah.
Yeah.
So the giveaway will be the logo for channel because yeah,
She
that's more
went to
fitting.
bed. She went to
Oh
bed.
shoot! And I don't know her thing for.
Well, I don't. Okay, guys, I dropped it last time. It's on Facebook. I'll drop it again. I'll find it and then I'll drop it
Okay.
again.
If you, yeah, that'd be
So my company's gonna be over any minute now. Are you good?
well,
Why are
yeah,
you
yeah.
freezing?
I'm freezing.
You were.
Really?
Yeah, but it's
Is it
good.
still? Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
All right. Well, you could. I mean, do you want to get off now, or you just want to get off when the
Yeah.
company comes? Okay.
But you guys, merch links will be dropped once again. I don't remember what. Look at Zeke. Look how cute he is, guys.
He's so cute. He's got his little. I was gonna bring him up, but I tried, and he was being a little. He's been an ornery little guy lately, huh? When he was.
Oh, he's
growling.
probably in bed.
Yeah, but I was gonna bring him up, but I tried, but I couldn't. This is the only time, but maybe it's because I was like trying to get. I don't know, but yeah. So that's the merch. Justice.
Isn't it so
We
cute,
have.
guys?
So when I could figure out this merch situation, because she has pictures of the pants and I have the pants too. I'll have to show you.
Yeah,
I love my pants.
I love them too. I should have grabbed them.
Yeah, see,
I wasn't really planning, but I was wearing the shirt and I was like, yes. Yeah. So, anyways, enough of this stuff. But thank you guys. Are you going to continue?
Yeah, I'm almost. Yeah, it probably won't be a very long because I'm just gonna. I think I'm just gonna read the rest of those and then call it a night for that. But yeah, I'm gonna continue until they're done at least. I don't think there's any more, but thanks for coming on and
thank you,
have fun with your sister and
Yeah.
all right, thanks. Bye.
See you guys soon. Have a good weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.
Okay, so let's continue this real quick. And we will do this. All right, so let me do that. Okay. Okay, so the next one, yeah. So you guys merch though, just real quick since you brought it up. Under the description, instead of, I'm still waiting for YouTube. There's this thing where they took everybody off and then they're putting it back on if you qualify for the merch. But they're not like if you're already like kind of like grandfathered in where you already signed up and you already had it, then they'll let you have it. But they're not letting any new people, like they don't do it anymore. But they're letting you if you had already had it and you're you're good, like on good standing, which I should be. So they keep saying, well, just wait, you'll get an email. So until that happens, there's 3 links under my descriptions now under the video description for each, because I have 3 logos of merch. So it'll take you, each link will take you to what, each logo. So whatever you want. So check out all 3 and then you could order it like that because it's through Teespring. So it's a website. So it should take you right there. Okay. So let's continue this here. So we have, now speaking about the surveillance cameras on Morphew property, they were installed by the previous owners. The defense is referring to page 97 in the arrest affidavit. They are speaking about missing cords that Ellie found. Nielsen said Barry never touched the cables missing from the DDR. Ellie took swabs of the cords. DNA from Barry, Mallory, and Macy were excluded. She is now showing Walker discovery of the DNA reported of the DDR cables. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Man, I hope they have enough to do this. This is making me nervous now, kind of looking at some of this. I was hoping they had more, I was hoping they had some kind of blood or something. Well, actually, I guess I shouldn't say that because you still have hope she's alive, but I think it's been so long. I think everybody's kind of in agreement that she probably isn't, but anyway, so Macy, so she is now showing Walker discovery of the DNA report of the DDR cables, Gray S cable. So the defense is showing that it was likely Suzanne who touched the cable. Now they are talking about a blue cable to see if Suzanne's DNA was on that cable. What about the power cable? DNA mixture of 2. Likely Suzanne and an unknown male individual. It's just weird stuff, though. It's enough to raise doubt, I feel like, It's making me nervous, guys. What do you guys think so far? I know you don't need blood, but you do need some good, not all the time. No, I'm not saying you always do, but it's not a for sure thing. I mean, I feel like it's still making me a little nervous that, first of all, the judge has to say there's enough evidence to, stand trial. And then when you do that, then the jury has to find, beyond reasonable doubt, are they going to be able to find it for what they have? I hope. But you don't even, of course you don't need blood. You don't need a body. I know it's happened many a times, but you do need a good story. And I mean, it's enough, but it also could not be. I mean, you just never know how juries are going to think and how they're going to present it. But anyway, and what kind of defense they're going to what kind of story they're going to put out there and try to prove. I don't know. So the defense team has provided the state packets of their exhibits, which are 624 pages. The state, including Walker, is reviewing the packet. All right. Just a reminder that this preliminary hearing is expected to last 4 days, and it's the first opportunity the public has had to hear the evidence against Barry Morphew. So far today, we've had just one witness on the stand, the primary investigator in the case. Hopefully they have something good that we haven't heard yet. That really A new witness just took the stand, FBI Special Agent Kenneth Harris. He's testifying now about the spy pen. So I'm not sure if I'm reading these backwards, though. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If it's either way, it's fine. No, I don't think I am, because that's just 44 minutes. I think they came right. If they are a little out of order, we get the point, right? So it's all good. So okay, hold on. Agent Harris reveals many text messages with Suzanne Morphew and her best friend from their Purdue days, Sheila Oliver. Their text messages reveal trouble in the marriage. Suzanne, he's unstable. She's talking about Barry. He's unstable. Another text implies that Barry would turn their daughters against her. Before lunch break, it's revealed through these texts with her best friend that Suzanne's cancer had come back in 2018. She was concerned that the stress from fighting with Barry was causing her health to deteriorate. He probably got up early to load his... See, that's what I'm... I had to... See, that's what I'm saying, because that was probably... It's probably going like this way to load it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, we get the point. So they're probably saying he probably got up to reload his truck. Maybe is that what they were going? Because I don't see the next one on that. Oh, well. All right. Yeah, but this does talk about the truck, so that's good. The defense is going over the log of activity of Barry Morphew's truck. Example, when the door opened and closed. On May 10th from 2:47 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. Barry Morphew took steps in disposing of evidence. Okay, so that would be it. Okay, so that's what I was wondering. So that would be around between. Wait, what date? Hold on. Excuse me, guys, because I don't. Some things I'm a little. I might not know as good as you, but I want to see what day did they say. Hold on. I'll be right back at that one. I just want to double check for myself on something. Because where was that? What day did they say about the truck door? Was that on the 10th or the 9th night? Where did they go? I thought it was just there. Now I can't find it. I don't know. Oh, well. Well, let me see what you guys say. Because when they're talking about on the May 10th from 2:47 to 5:30, that's when they think that he was disposing the evidence. Was that so? That was the night after the whole truck door opened at 3, right? Is it May 9th that they said that? That's what I'm just trying to, because I'm like trying to narrow down each day, because like what day the 9th and 10th were. The body wouldn't hurt. Let me see. Oh, 5 different dumpsters to get rid of version. All right. Let's see. Oh, I don't know. I'll have to go through some of the details. Oh, hey, New Zealand Mystery. You're welcome. Thank you guys for being here. All right. So yeah. So on May 10th, that's when they think that he was disposing of evidence according to activity on cell phones and truck. Nielsen is referring to page 2 of the arrest affidavit. According to the page 41 in the arrest affidavit, Walker wrote, Barry Morphew's Bobcat doesn't appear to be connected to Suzanne's disappearance. Back on the record, Commander Andrew Walker is still on the stand, now speaking about Barry Morphew's truck. His truck was messy both in the cab and in the bed. A search warrant was issued on May 12th. Preliminary hearing underway in Salida. Morphew facing first-degree murder charge. That's what I'm saying. I think this should have been read this way, but you guys understand. You guys are all right, I'm sure. So yeah, Morphew facing first-degree murder charge for disappearance and death of his wife, who has been missing since Mother's Day. In police body cam video being introduced in court right now, Barry tells police he last saw his wife at 5 a.m. when he left the house for work. Morphew says Suzanne was in bed sleeping when he left. This is what I'm trying to figure out. The day he's saying he left and he saw her, was that the May 9th early morning or May 10th? I'm trying to figure this. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So what day do they think that he did this? Like, because we know Mother's Day was supposedly when they last heard, but we don't know really like when exactly, because we don't know if the girls were gone all day and didn't see her that day. He's saying he kissed her in the morning, but do we know that? Because if he did it, we don't know. So let me see if you guys could answer that. Like this date right here, is this the 9th on when he's saying he kissed her, or the 10th? I saw he killed her on the 9th. Okay, so this, when he's claiming that he kissed her on that morning, is that the 9th or 10th? This day right here. I wish it had a date right there. Last time Suzanne was seen alive. I know. Well, I know that, but I mean, when he's claiming he kissed her, it was the 9th. I think is what you guys are saying probably. And then, so then, so he kissed her on the 9th. But he probably really didn't, right? Because if he did it on Mother's Day and then he left, then she would already have been gone, or that's when he, right? Is when Barry claims. Yeah. But I don't believe it now that we're seeing. That doesn't, okay, so they're thinking, hold on, let me, wait, where did that go? Okay, so now I think I'm starting to put it together what they're thinking. That morning when he's supposedly kissing her, that's when they think he's disposing the body, right? Am I looking at that right? So he may have said the 9th. Anyway, so okay. So anyway, so Morphew said he was in Metro Denver working that day. I believe Carrie. Yeah, okay. That's what I was thinking. So or maybe they even thought the night before that is when he got. That's why I need to know. Hold on a second. Don't be mad. I just want to go back to see what date they say. Because you're saying when he supposedly kissed her, that's the 10th. That's what you're saying, right? Okay. So when did they say May 10th? Oh, so they're thinking, though, the prosecution is thinking, well, he disposed the evidence. Now, that doesn't mean when he actually did the deed or did the crime, or let's say deed, did the crime. So he's disposing the evidence from 2:47 to 5:30 a.m. That same morning at 5:30 a.m. is when he's saying that he kissed her by that morning. So they're saying, yeah, they're not buying that. She's already gone. He's already had her disposed by that time. Okay. I'm starting to get it all situated of how, at least how they're thinking it happened. All right. So let's go on now. I got it more satisfied now on how and being able to see it. Okay, so where are we at? Ledgerist. Yeah, we already saw that. So we're on this one. Here we go. So pictures of the garage are being shown at the Morphew home May 12th. 2 dogs and dog handlers from El Paso County were used to search the house and vehicles. Barry Morphew's sister just came up to me in the hallway and said, "Are you Lauren?" "Yes." "You are an instrumental part in destroying our family." Whoa. She then walked away. But wait, wouldn't she want justice for, Barry Morphew's sister? Never mind. I was thinking in my head, I was picturing Suzanne's. Okay. Wow. So Lauren is this Fox. She works for Fox. She's been covering this case. For those of you that aren't familiar, she's been covering this case. So she's the one reporting because she's at the preliminary hearing. So yeah, Barry's sister goes up and basically, "Are you Lauren?" "Yes." "You are an instrumental part in destroying our family." She then walked away. I mean, wow, that had to be a pretty intense moment for Lauren. "I know that Jeff Liebler went to high school with Suzanne in Alexandria, Indiana. 10-minute break now. A man named Jeff Lieber was Suzanne's lover. In November is when law enforcement found out about the affair. They met up 6 times, twice in Indiana. This means that the last known time that Suzanne Morphew was alive was 10:47 on Saturday, May 9th. See, they are confusing these days. They're using these. Are they saying 10:47 a.m. or because when they said he was disposing the evidence, it was between 2:47 and 5 something in the morning. So are they talking about a whole different day and a different time? It just happens to be the same hour, maybe in PM. Do you guys see where what I'm saying here? Because that just doesn't. Well, in case you were wondering, there was no surveillance of the Morphew home from 5'9" or 5'10". The DVR was missing. Lots of talk about whose DNA was on the DVR cords. DNA tests showed moderate support that Suzanne's DNA was on the cords, but Barry and their daughter's DNA excluded. Body cam video of Barry Morphew when he arrives at the Mays family home from Denver. He tells deputy of Suzanne Morphew that she bikes every day. She was asleep when I left. She was sound asleep. Suzanne's body has not been found. All right. Suzanne didn't tell anyone about this affair. Liebler did not come forward to Ellie. Once Ellie found him, he spoke to them. Liebler asked Ellie if he was a target in the investigation. A recording of an interview with Liebler with Ellie is about to be heard. The defense attorney wants a lot of time with Walker. Judge is worried about timing. Spy pen belonged to Suzanne Morphew. Sheila and her talked about getting her this spy pen. Suzanne had suspected Barry was having an affair. Barry wasn't found having an affair. Suzanne was having an affair for 2 years. According to Walker, Barry didn't know about the spy pen, and it is voice activated. It is dusk. The deputies are perplexed as to how the bike could get there. We hear their chatter. I don't know if she was coming down and lost control or got exhausted and fell over the edge. It is dusk. Very tough terrain with logs, grass, hills, rocks. Last activity on Suzanne's phone was 4:23 a.m., 5:10, connected to the Poncha Springs Tower. So it was 4:23 at 5:10. So that was the day they were thinking that he was getting rid of all the evidence. So wait a minute. I remember hearing now when Jill, because I watched, I think it was Jill, the private investigator, one of my friends that has a channel, and I'm sure other people talk about it, but didn't he text, or maybe it wasn't through a phone, but through her Facebook, didn't he like message one of her friends that they think it was actually him pretending to be her? Wasn't that this case, right? So wonder if that was the phone activity that made it ping. If he did it through her phone, or was it a computer? Remember that, guys? People were speculating that it was actually him doing something on her Facebook or whatever. Tell me if you guys remember that. But anyway, body cam interview with daughter's boyfriend. Miss Miles Harden says Suzanne hasn't ever gone up that trail. Gains are really hard, out of character for her to do that. It's a crazy climb, especially if she wasn't feeling good, physically. He did. Okay, yeah. 10th, according to Barry. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So he supposedly kissed her and she was sleeping. Yeah. And then her phone's pinging, so that's something usually when she's made some kind of action, right? To make it. Let me see what you guys are saying. Okay, on Jeff's. Okay, thanks, Mystic Firefly. The line started forming at 5 a.m. in front of the Chaffee County Courthouse. Locals and true crime aficionados to watch the first day of what promises to be a tough day in court for friends and family of Suzanne Morphew, the mother of 2 disappeared in May. So we kind of read it backwards. This should have been this way, and it should have went the other way, but I didn't know. I was going by like image number, so I thought number 1 was supposed to go first, but that just means how I kind of downloaded it. So sorry, guys. There's still another one. Okay, so July 8th, 2020, investigators asked to speak with Barry at his home and said they could bring pizza. Barry responded, "Don't bring food. We are grilling steaks. We can put 2 on for you." Nielsen said on July 8th, 28, 28 law enforcement officers were involved in the second search of the home, including 14 FBI officers, 7 CBI agents, and approximately 6 Chaffee County deputies. And you. On July 10th, 18 law enforcement officers came back to the home, including 10 FBI agents. Fair to say the search of the Morphew resident was lengthy, thorough, and extensive. Yes. More than 110 search warrants were issued. The first search warrant was on May 11th, 2020, of the Morphew home, including the vehicles. So hopefully they got it. They got some things up their sleeve that, you know what I'm saying, some good stuff to really nail him. Attorneys for Barry Morphew walk in. We are told family will be inside. Preliminary hearing starts at 8 a.m. Barry Morphew is in the courtroom wearing a gray suit. His mask is pulled down past his nose. We are waiting for Judge Patrick Murphy to appear. Let me ask you this question, though. Is there anybody here, and it's fine if you do, I mean, no judge, nobody, no attack anybody, everybody has different opinions, but is there anybody here that actually thinks that he's innocent? Like, they are having doubt that he did it, I should say. I'm just curious. I mean, like I said, I haven't followed it like deep, this case deep, like I have some other ones. So, I don't know. Just do, like, if there's anybody that actually is doubting his guilt, just do a thumbs up. Let me just see. Thumbs up if you're just doubting it. I'm just curious. It's just fine. Absolutely not. Okay. No, I don't think that she faked it. No, I don't think that. Because I don't think she would leave her girls either. I agree. No to the no to the no. But you never know. I mean, I'm sure there are some people that do. So and it's fine if if you're one of them. I'm just be honest. I'm just curious. So I'm looking for a thumbs up if you think that, just if you have doubt, I should say, not that you think, oh, he's for sure innocent, but that you doubt that he did it. No, I don't see any thumbs up yet, but I'm just curious. All right. Okay, so let's see if there's another. I know, me too, Cherish. I'm not interested to see that too. I hope they have some more than what we've seen so far. Well, obviously, I mean, we've only seen well, this is 2 days so far, so I don't know. I think, or maybe this is only a report on one. I know there has been 2 days, right? But maybe this is only stuff that's happened on the first day so far. Let me see. Any little thing going to campaign presumption? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well. Oh, Mama Mia, are you putting up because you do? So you have doubt? Is that what you mean? That's fine. Just is that what you were? I'm not sure because maybe you're just talking. You're responding to sulfur music. I don't know. Huh. All right. So let's see what else we got. Yes, there still is some more. Let's see. The home was under investigation for 10 days the first time. On May 20th, the home was given back to the Morphews. Barry didn't get a chance to change clothes or get anything from the home. George Davis was invested in searching for Suzanne for weeks. He showed investigators maps. Nielsen asked, how thorough has the 1 mile radius around the Morphew home been searched? Walker responds, there is still work that needs to be found. Wait. Morphew home, we search Walker. Huh. So he said, oh, okay, she was responding to you, Sulfur Music. So Mama Mia, that wasn't it yet, or that wasn't response to me. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. It's okay. So nobody's doubting unless if somebody's just afraid to admit it, but either or. Looks like everybody thinks he did it. In the chat, at least. I shouldn't say everybody in general, but at least people that are willing to admit it in the chat, I should say. Because I don't know. Like I said, I haven't followed this case as deep as the other one, so I don't know if there actually are like people that do, and I'm sure there are people. There are going to be people that do think he's innocent, but I don't know if it's like a really rare thing or if there is like a big group of people or how that is. I have no idea. But obviously, there are some people. You always have some people that think differently, and that's fine. I honestly, I mean, I don't know. I just want to look at, I wish we could see the, from everything I've seen. Yeah, it looks like, wow, he's in some trouble, but like this DNA, I wonder if he was trying to frame somebody. I want to know whose this was. We will end up finding out eventually, but if we find out whose this was, and if there's any connection to Barry to this person's DNA that was in the car, if there's any connection where he could have got it, but he could have just got some random guys. He's trying to plan it, and he just some random guy coming out of a certain office, or you know what I'm saying? There's something and he just got it, or he just took something out of the trash or out of a bad area or something. So that maybe there wouldn't be any connection to this DNA if it was him like framing to show that there's other DNA that it could be. For that DNA in the car I'm talking about, guys. So, I mean, I wouldn't put it past them because, wow. Huh. Let's see. Wait, oh, Alma, you think he's innocent? Is that what you're saying? So we do have one person? Oh, in his head? You're confusing me. I don't know. Like, I'm reading, I don't know. So are you just making a joke or? Oh, yeah. Oh, Larry Malente. Wow. What's been going on with that case? Okay, so let me just finish this here. George was invested in searching for Suzanne for weeks. He showed investigators maps. Nielsen asked how thorough was. Oh, I already read that part, so it needs to be found. Okay, he said we've searched 1 mile and 5 mile radius thoroughly. Searched a lot of square miles in a lot of areas. Just recently searched in a mine. The helmet was found 10 meters down from Highway 50. Volunteers from the Chaffee County Sheriff's Office searched both sides of Highway 50 from CR 225 to Monarch Mountain Lodge with line searches on Friday, May 15th. Wow, still more. I keep thinking it's going to be the last one, and there's keeps being one more. All right. Okay. A video on Google Maps made by the defense team. Oh, wait, did I miss one? No, yeah. Made by the defense team is shown of where the helmet was found. The state says they haven't seen this and wish to see it in private before showing it to the courtroom. Huh. But the judge said we don't have time. Nielsen is now speaking about searches from aircrafts, drones, grid searches, canines, mines, ground penetrating radar, water teams, but Suzanne is still not found. Hundreds of people have searched for Suzanne. Walker said a lot of agencies came together to find a lady. A lot of resources have been expended, and we are not going to stop. over 70 law enforcement officers, so many analysts, scientists. Walker added, it is the largest coordinated effort he has ever been involved in. Wow. Um, Barry Morphew mentioned to investigators that he had never been involved in one. He had never been involved in one. He hopes it does not stop. In regards to searching for Suzanne Morphew, Walker said, it does not stop. Mallory's bed sheets were stripped at the Morphew house. Nielsen said Barry Morphew would mention that Suzanne would clean the house before guests would arrive. Mallory's friend Holly went on a road trip with the two daughters the weekend of Mother's Day. They typically stay the night in the same bed at the Morphew's house. No blood of Suzanne's was found in the Morphew home. Investigators did not find any blood throughout this investigation, according to Walker. Nielsen is now cross-examining Walker. Okay. Walker. She asked if he authorized the arrest affidavit, the 129 pages. It took him weeks to write. She asked when he started writing the affidavit, but doesn't know when he started. Walker was at the scene when the deputies found the bike. He witnessed the deputies move the bike immediately. She is asking if there were a lot of people on the dirt road of CR 225 and asked if it was taped off. It was not taped off, and yes, there was a lot of people on the road. Nielsen said that it's not unusual if Suzanne wouldn't text back because the cell service is bad at the house. This is after Barry had texted Suzanne Happy Mother's Day in the morning. Barry mentioned to investigators that Suzanne was his angel, described as a wonderful person, very good relationship, and loved her to death. Ten agencies were involved with searching for Suzanne Morphew. The searches are ongoing to this day, Walker said. Suzanne's camelback was found in Suzanne's car. Sunglasses were found in Indiana inside the Range Rover. Walker said that Barry Morphew mentioned his worst scare was someone picking her up during a 30-minute conversation with him. During an interview with Morphew, Walker said Barry mentioned that Suzanne was biking regularly but was new to it. Morphew also told Walker that the RV park near the house was a suspicious location to be checked. He also mentioned a mountain lion. Morphew also told Walker that the RV park. Same thing. A picture of Suzanne wearing a light blue helmet and matching jacket with a camelback and sunglasses on is shown. She's on the Methodist Mountain. The bike helmet was found 8.4 miles from the bike on May 15th. I thought it was 0.84. They just moved this. I don't know. Anyway, the helmet was not damaged. It was found south on Highway 50, 10 meters from the road. Let's see. Inside the helmet was a piece of paper with her name, number, and family contact information. Body cam video of Barry Morphew getting to the scene around 8:46 p.m. I thought it was 10:40 something p.m. that he got to the scene. I don't know. He gets out of his truck and asks, where was the bike? He then asked, was there a crash? That earlier it said 10:42 or something. Do you guys remember that? I mean, am I losing it here? I mean, I know I saw 10 something when they described this before. Anyway, maybe it's that 2-hour difference. I don't know. All right. Oh. Yeah, but maybe it was 8:46. But earlier in one of these, it said he got to the scene at 10:40 something. Because I remember thinking, oh, that's late. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting goofy here. Different times. Andy's on Indiana time. Yeah, maybe that was it. All right, so let's see, where are we at? Walker said Barry Morphew and George Davis had been touching the bike. He also confirmed that Suzanne's bike helmet was found a few days later. Oh, wait, hold on. I missed this one. Okay. Deputy asked what path Suzanne would it take, asks if she was an avid mountain biker. The deputy describes how the bike was found, and Barry responded, it may have flipped. The deputy asked people not to touch the bike with their hands, but they're saying that Walker says Barry Morphew and George Davis had been touching the bike. He also confirmed that Suzanne's bike helmet was found a few days later. Suzanne's phone was last pinged at 4:23 a.m. on May 10th on the Poncha Springs tour. Miles Harvey was coming out of the garage when deputies arrived to the Morphew home. So Miles explains he is one of the daughter's boyfriends. He noticed that Suzanne's car was home, but bike was gone. He told deputies that Suzanne typically brings her car with her when she goes mountain biking. Body cam video. Okay. All right. God, how is there keep being more? I feel like it should be the end, right? Miles and his father discuss places where Suzanne goes biking as well as what she typically wears. The deputy asked Miles what Barry and Suzanne's relationship was like. They've had some problems in the past. They have talked about separating. I've known this through Macy. The bike is navy with light blue pedals. Something is up with the front tire, the deputy said. The deputy brought the tire back up to the county road without gloves. The deputy starts yelling for Suzanne in the video as they approach the bike. The bike's front wheel is facing down the side of the hill. The deputy asks for Barry to be called to describe the bike. Deputy then asked for someone to contact the hospital. The deputy then moved the bike off the hillside and laid the bike back down. The deputies are chatting on the video about how close the bike is to the house. They are also talking about scenarios as to what might have happened. Suzanne and Barry's daughters are holding hands and crying in the courtroom as they watch the video of when deputies first discover the bicycle. We're about to watch the video of the body cam video of when deputies found the bicycle. Deputy Brown found the bicycle shortly after getting notified of Suzanne missing. He immediately put on his body-worn camera when he got to Highway 50 and County Road 225. Noted no blood, skid marks, brake marks, no struggle, no damage to the bicycle. Hit the wrong one. Okay. Commander Walker said Mallory Morphew couldn't get a hold of her mom, Suzanne. She was trying to wish her a happy Mother's Day, but the texts were not going through, so she reached out to the neighbor. First witness, Commander Alex Walker, is taking the stand. He works for the Chaffee County Sheriff's Office. He has worked for the 11th Judicial District as well. DA Linda Stanley is asking questions about his history. Preliminary hearing. Barry Morphew's attorney wanted to make an opening statement at 1 minute, but the judge said no. Huh. Barry Morphew's mom and daughters are in the courtroom. Barry Morphew has been seated and is wearing a suit and tie. 6 attorneys have been seated for the state. Oh, this is just a thing for the guy. That's that Jeff guy. Breaking authorities learned 9 months ago that Suzanne Morphew was having an affair with her longtime friend Jeff Lever. They became aware of the 2-year affair via hundreds of hours of calls, communications through apps. It's being reported they met up 6 times. We've heard this already. So this is the first photo we have found of Mr. Lever. All this information was disclosed in today's hearing. All right. So I'm not going to play. I think that was because I had take a couple of her videos, Lauren, that I was going to play. But I don't think I'm going to play them tonight because it is getting late and kind of getting tired, and we did go through a lot. So maybe if we talk about it again, we could play some of her experiences as even when the rest of it, maybe for the other days and stuff, where she'll do like a after experience and kind of explain the preliminary hearing. Probably a lot of you have already watched it, but I've kind of just skimmed through it to kind of check it out. And like I said, I was going to play parts of it, but I'm not going to tonight, guys, just because I am getting kind of tired and it's been a long night. This is the second live. So it's been a lot of reading and talking. I had fun though, but I mean, like I said, I want to end it perfect because each one was about 2 hours. The first one is about 2 hours. This one's going to be about 2 hours. So perfect time. I have a couple minutes to spare to chat with you for a minute. So what do you guys think though? So you're saying like, well, at least everybody here probably is thinking he did it, but there's got to be like groups of people, just even like with Chris Watts, where they think he's innocent, right? But is there a lot? Have you guys experienced a lot, like looking into this case, or barely any? Or do you ever get like, how like, well, I guess if you were in a channel, like channels sometimes when they take one side, like how are you gonna point the finger? He's innocent until proven guilty. Have you ever like got like attacked for saying something of thinking Barry did it? And I'm just curious if there's a lot of that or not. Oh, thank you, California Thunder. Hey, Chelsea, what's up? Elma. Elma, you're funny. All right, well, definitely adds to his skill. You can see the arrow. Okay, well. Hey, Black Rose. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, Teresa, you do. You were friends with I should have you come on sometime. She was friends with. How are you doing, by the way, Teresa? You were actually friends with Suzanne, Teresa, right there. So that's got to be pretty crazy. So, man. Oh, bells. Oh, okay. Glad you dropped in. Nice to see ya. We're just going over like the preliminary details, people that were there describing what happened at Barry Morphew's preliminary hearing. Snapped. I haven't watched that forever. I used to watch, God, I feel like it's been like 10 years since I watched that. I remember last time I watched it sitting in my recliner in Colorado, in my first apartment in Colorado, watching it one day, like all day. When they had those marathons on? I remember having like a marathon day, watching it all day. Oh, it was a good show. Is it still on? Wow. Anyway, guys. Okay, Brianna, yeah. I hear ya. Yeah, Teresa, I lived in Colorado for like 9 years. You knew that. How you know that? Are you talking to me or somebody else? Well, maybe you didn't. I've talked about it a lot. Yeah, I definitely live there. Anyway, I am gonna go get some sleep. I'm tired, guys. Everybody get some sleep. Thanks for being here. Hey, John Guggen. What'd you say? Mystic Firefly, tunnel vision. This spouse is automatically a suspect and nobody's looking at anyone else. No, I mean, I'm sure they have, though. Like they said, that was like they put a lot of time into it, looks like. I'm sure they have. I hope that they have. I mean, I don't know, but we would hope that they didn't have tunnel vision. We don't know what went behind the scenes. They took a year before they, made their arrest. So hopefully they did look at all possibilities. And that was just, the only situation that they had enough evidence on, I don't know. We don't know really everything they did for a year, but, I would like to know more about this DNA that they found in the car. but I still think it could be planted by him. If he was planning this and he planned this bike scenario scene, he could have. And then to hear that one of the recordings was he was listening to crime stories on the radio, and one of them was like a bike disappearance scene thing. So what if he got that idea? And what if, I like to hear that story, was there a story, was a part of that story like planted evidence in the car or something where he got that idea, or he just thought of it, if he even did that, planted somebody's DNA, random DNA, to cause like reasonable doubt if they ever did arrest him, and like there's somebody else's DNA, and it causes like a jury, especially like, well, whose DNA? Like it causes doubt, like it does, because well, there's some DNA of somebody that has a past like violent behavior, like a SA. You know what I'm saying? Like it does call it that, but he could have planted that to make like the perfect crime, you know? I mean, not perfect, but you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't put it past him. If he, you know what I'm saying? If he is capable of doing it and he is the one that did it, then he could have planned it like that, is what I'm saying. I don't know. But I hope they didn't have tunnel vision. You never know though with those things. All right, guys. Oh, mamma mia. All right, guys. All right, I'm gonna go chat with you sometime this week. Hopefully, we're gonna do a Darley this week because we got to finish the Darley testimony, so that's interesting. It's a good one. We're on Darley's, and then I don't know. I'll let you know, you guys. Any new members or even old members or members in general, if you haven't signed up for that giveaway, I'm gonna give it one more week to sign up. It's on the community post, the 2 links. You could sign up for both, and then by next week, and I'll pick the winner. So go sign up if you haven't, and have a good night, everybody. Bye.